Janata Television, and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant Agal. The top stories first. Lumbini Provincial Hospital suspends 5 doctors. They were dismissed for refusing to perform duty amid coronavirus crisis. Government braces for coronavirus pandemic, sets up more isolation beds for suspected patients. NOC decides to sell full gas cylinders. Customers to get 14.2 kg of LPG from coming Sunday. China reports no new coronavirus deaths. Cases decline across mainland China. And Premier League players have set up a collective fund for the NHS, decision welcomed by Britain's Health Secretary. And now the news in detail. Butwal-based Lumbini Provincial Hospital has suspended 5 doctors from their posts, alleging them of refusing to perform their duties during difficult times when the whole nation has been fighting against the coronavirus. The hospital has suspended Dr. Vardhan Oli and Tara Prasad Sharma, working at the hospital's radiology department. Likewise, Dr. Prakash Neupani from ENT, neurosurgeon Dr. Subhash Chandra Chaudhary and Dr. Prakriti Karki, serving at the emergency department, have also been suspended from their regular duties. All 5 doctors had to be suspended as they failed to inform the hospital administration about their absence amidst coronavirus crisis, the hospital administration stated. According to the medical superintendent at the hospital, Dr. Rajendra Khanal, Minister of the Social Welfare Sudarshan Baral had ordered to immediately suspend the doctors. Army Hospital in Chhaoni and Armed Police Force Hospital in Balambu have set up facilities to treat coronavirus patients according to the government authorities. The government has informed that both the hospitals are ready to take COVID-19 patients as the country braces to tackle the pandemic. More than 100 beds and 6 ICU have been set up at each of the hospital. Health Ministry said that a complete inspection of both the hospitals was conducted on Tuesday before coming to the decision.
प्रयोगशालाको परीक्षणमा आजसम्म राष्ट्रिय जनस्वास्थ्य प्रयोगशालामा कुल 1965 वटा टेस्टहरू भएका छन् र काठमाडौँ उपत्यका बाहिर हालसम्म 401 वटा हामीलाई प्राप्त जानकारी अनुसार 401 वटा टेस्टहरू भएका छन्। यसरी 2366 पुगेको छ कुल टेस्टको संख्या।
On a different note, the ministry said that the government has so far conducted rapid diagnostic tests of 198 persons from Koilali and Kanchanpur districts where new cases of coronavirus were detected during the weekend. Altogether, 802 samples have also been collected from Acham, Jumla and Surkhet, the ministry informed. A team has been deployed to collect more than 300 samples from Dipayal.
हिजोदेखि कैलाली र कञ्चनपुरमा परिचालित हाम्रो टोलीले 198 वटा नमुना संकलन गरेको छ र यो नमुनाहरू दुवै किसिमको छन्। एउटा र्यापिड किटबाट र अर्को स्वाबको नमुना पनि लिएको अवस्था छ। त्यसैगरी हिजो मात्र अछाम, जुम्ला र सुर्खेत लगायतका जिल्लाहरूबाट 802 वटा स्वाबका नमुनाहरू संकलन भएका छन्। पीसीआर टेस्टको लागि हुने नमुनाहरू र ती नमुनाहरू काठमाडौँ ल्याइसकेको छ।
Swab samples collected from 570 people in the last 2 days have all tested negative. A total of 2,366 tests have been conducted so far, out of which 1965 tests were conducted inside the valley and 401 outside the valley. The ministry said 134 people have been kept in isolation and 8,580 in quarantine across the nation till date. The District Administration Office, Kathmandu, has remanded the operator of Shankar Group in custody for 7 days. Sulabh Agrawal, the operator of Shankar Group, was arrested by police on Tuesday on the charge of black marketing. The District Administration Office granted permission to the police to remand him in custody for 7 days to carry out investigations. He is accused of selling thermal guns at an exorbitant price. He, however, has denied the charges. An undercover team of police had arrested him on Tuesday from a car with a diplomatic number plate while he was about to sell the thermal gun in Naxal area at 5 times the normal price. Agrawal is the honorary consul of Kyrgyzstan to Nepal. If he is convicted of the charges, Agrawal faces up to 5 years in prison. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. Nepali Congress President Sherbahadur Deuba has appealed to everyone to maintain social distancing and abide by the lockdown measures to remain safe during the current crisis. Deuba urged all Nepalese citizens to follow the safety measure announced by the government and to maintain social distancing in order to contain the outbreak of coronavirus that has taken the form of global pandemic. President Deuba also urged the government to rescue Nepali citizens stranded along the Nepal-India border and place them under quarantine. The NC president also requested the government to maintain transparency in the procurement of medical supplies. He said that the government should conduct a detailed analysis on how to take the lockdown measures ahead and for how long. President Deuba stressed on conducting sample tests of every individual suspected of carrying the coronavirus.
यो अहिले जो महामारी नेपालभित्र फैलिएको छ त्यसमा सरकारलाई पनि के अनुरोध गर्न चाहन्छु भने खास गरी बोर्डरमा बसेका नेपालीहरू बोर्डर पारी वारी जहाँ छन् बिचलीमा परेका नेपालीहरू छन् तिनीहरूको लागि चाहिँ उचित व्यवस्था होस् सम्पूर्ण नेपालीहरूमा यसमा जो अभूतपूर्व रूपले एकताबद्धता देखिएको छ त्यो अत्यन्तै राम्रो कुरा हो त्यसले चाहिँ नेपालमा पनि सब एक्सन भन्ने कुरा भएको छ यसकारण सरकारलाई के कुरा अनुरोध गर्न चाहन्छु भनेदेखि जे जति कुरा अगाडि बढेका छन् जे जति आवश्यक कुराहरू सरकारले लिन खोजेको छ किन्न खोजेको छ त्यसको चाहिँ नि ट्रान्सपरेन्सी पारदर्शिता हुन आवश्यक छ किनभने अनेक कुराहरू बाहिर आइरहेको हुनाले ट्रान्सपरेन्सी भएको खण्डमा नेपालीहरू सबै चाहिँ यसको सन्तुष्ट हुनेछन् यसमा पनि सम्पूर्ण कुरा ट्रान्सपरेन्सी गर्नका लागि पनि अनुरोध गर्न चाहन्छु एकातिर भन्दिनँ अर्को कुरा लकडाउन पनि कति दिन राख्ने हो कति दिन आवश्यक छ छैन त्यसको पनि व्यापक त्यो स्वास्थ्य कर्मीदेखि लिएर सबैसँग कुरा गरेर पनि यसमा चाहिँ यो जुन जनतालाई दुःख भइरहेको छ त्यसमा पनि ध्यान दिनुपर्ने हुनसक्छ हरेक अस्पतालमा चाहिँ व्यवस्थाहरू गरियोस् त्यो के अरे टेस्टिङको व्यवस्था खास गरी बोर्डरका अस्पतालमा अति आवश्यक छ स्वास्थ्य कर्मीहरू छन् डाक्टरहरू छन् सुरक्षा निकायका अङ्गहरू छन् मिडियाका सबै साथीहरू हुनुहुन्छ उहाँहरूले पनि चाहिँ उच्च सतर्कता अपनाएर जो काम गरिरहेको छ त्यसको लागि हार्दिक धन्यवाद छ र उहाँहरूको चाहिँ यो धेरै ठुलो योगदान रहेको कुरा मैले बुझेको छु।
Deuba also requested medical practitioners, security personnel and media to remain high alert while performing their duties. The NC president also appealed to the Nepalese citizens abroad to remain cautious about their health. The family members of Baburam Thapa, who died during his treatment at the Butwal-based temporary Corona hospital, have finally claimed the dead body after a 5-point agreement. 34-year-old Thapa lost life on 29th March while under treatment at the Butwal-based hospital. He was admitted into the hospital suspecting coronavirus infection. However, the test report after his death came out as negative. Thapa's wife Rita had accused the government had accused the hospital for her husband's death and denied to claim the dead body, which was stored at the Lumbini Provincial Hospital for 11 days. Ministry of Social Development and the family of the deceased finally came to a 5-point agreement yesterday, after which the dead body has been claimed by Thapa's family. According to the agreement, 500,000 rupees has been initially put in the relief fund to help the deceased with the promise of generating more funds in the future. A written agreement has been made to provide free education to both the children of Thapa, while his wife will also be provided an employment opportunity based on her skill set and qualification. Thapa had recently returned from Dubai on 26 March. And now the news from the economic front. Nepal Oil Corporation has decided to sell full cylinders of cooking gas from Sunday. A board meeting of the state-owned oil monopoly yesterday took a decision to this effect. According to the NOC, it has instructed the gas depots to sell 14.2 kilograms of LPG from coming Sunday. Gokul Bhandari, president of LPG Industry Association of Nepal, confirmed that the gas depots will be selling full cylinders as per the instruction of the NOC. According to Bhandari, NOC has instructed the gas depots to start refilling full cylinders from today itself. However, the full cylinders will be available only from Sunday after the half cylinders get sold out. Earlier, the NOC had instructed the gas depots to sell half cylinders due to the artificial shortage created in the market caused by excessive hoarding by the consumers. Gas dealers had been selling half cylinders since March 29th. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back, and now the international news. Mainland China reported no coronavirus deaths on Tuesday for the first time since the pandemic began, and a drop in new cases, Reuters reported. The remarkable achievement was announced a day before the central city of Wuhan, where the virus emerged late in December, lifted its lockdown. China had 32 new infections by Monday, down from 39 a day earlier, Reuters reported, citing China's National Health Commission. According to the news agency, Hubei's provincial capital of Wuhan saw no new deaths for the first time since the commission began publishing nationwide data in late January. The rest of mainland China has recorded no deaths since March 31st. However, the authorities are cautious that zero new cases do not mean zero risks. Wuhan residents are urged not to leave their neighborhood, their city, and even the province unless necessary, according to a statement issued by the Provincial Counter-Epidemic Authority. Zhejiang, a populous province in the east, will conduct all the necessary tests on people arriving from Wuhan over the next 14 days. Authorities in China have turned their attention to imported cases and asymptomatic patients who show no symptoms but can still pass on the virus. Total infections in the mainland China stood at 18,802 on Wednesday evening, with 3,333 deaths, the commission said. It reported 30 new asymptomatic cases, 9 involving incoming travelers. The WHO has urged countries not to lift measures put in place to slow the spread of the coronavirus too early, Al Jazeera reported. According to Reuters, the WHO has no blanket recommendation for countries and regions for easing measures to slow the spread of the coronavirus pandemic. The news agency reported, citing a WHO spokesperson on Tuesday, that lifting the measures too early could have repercussions. One of the most important parts is not to let go of the measures too early in order not to have a fallback again. The news agencies quoted WHO spokesman Christian Lindmeier as saying in a virtual briefing, "It's similar to being sick yourself. If you get out of bed too early and get running too early, you risk falling back and having complications." As of today morning, the coronavirus pandemic has infected more than 1.5 million people globally and claimed over 88,000 lives. The deadly disease, that is believed to have originated in China's Wuhan in late December last year, has spread to 209 countries and territories to international conveniences, according to Worldometer. The website reported that around 300,000 people have recovered so far. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Premier League players have launched a collective initiative to help generate funds for the National Health Service and distribute them where they are needed the most. The initiative, named Players Together, has been set up to help those fighting for us on the NHS frontline amid coronavirus pandemic, BBC reported. It has partnered with NHS Charities Together. Britain's Health Secretary Matt Hancock, who had previously said that players should take a pay cut and play their part, has now warmly welcomed the big-hearted decision, BBC quoted Hancock as saying. In a joint statement posted by more than 150 top-flight players on social media, they said they were collaborating together to create a voluntary initiative separate to any other league and club conversation. Premier League football has been postponed until at least 30th April because of the spread of coronavirus. Clubs have announced a number of measures to support fans and the local communities. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Lumbini Provincial Hospital suspends 5 doctors. They were dismissed for refusing to perform duty amid coronavirus crisis. Government braces for coronavirus pandemic, sets up more isolation beds for suspected patients. NOC decides to sell full cylinders of cooking gas, customers to get 14.2 kg of LPG from coming Sunday. China reports no new coronavirus deaths, cases decline across mainland China. Premier League players set up a collective fund for the NHS, decision welcomed by Britain's Health Secretary. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. We urge all our viewers to follow government directives of the lockdown and follow healthy hygienic practices to avoid themselves from any infections. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.